Hello, welcome to Jet Mathematics. I remain your host, Milton Ebiwari John. We're still looking at polynomials, and today we'll be looking at the zeros of a polynomial. The zeros of a polynomial. Okay, the zeros of a polynomial is otherwise called the solutions. The solution of the polynomial or the roots of the polynomial. So you can call it the solutions, or roots of a polynomial. Okay, so it is obtained when when y is equals to 0. So for instance, we have a graph like this, our y axis, and then again our x axis, and then maybe we have a graph like this. So at these points where the curve cuts the x-axis at these 3 points, this gives us the solution or the zeros or the roots of this polynomial. Okay, let's say this polynomial f of s. So this gives us the zeros of this polynomial f of s. Okay, so to obtain the solution of a polynomial, all you need to do is to make y equals to 0 or f of s equals to 0 in the function, and then you can get the zeros of the polynomial. So they are obtained at the x-intercept. So otherwise you call it the x-intercept. The solutions are obtained at the x-intercept. So the solutions are obtained at the x-intercept, that is when y is equals to 0. So at this origin, y is equals to 0 at this point. So all the intercept on the x-axis gives you the zeros of the polynomial. Alright, again, you must note that if the degree of a polynomial is 1, then the roots or the zeros will be 1. You have one root, a single root. Then if the degree of the polynomial is 2, then you have 2 roots. If the degree of the polynomial is 3, then you have 3 roots. Okay? So take note of that the degree of the polynomial is equal to the number of roots you are going to get. Let's state that down. Note, the degree of the polynomial is equal to the number of zeros of the polynomial. So if you have a polynomial of degree 4, it means you are going to get 4 zeros or 4 solutions or 4 roots. Okay, good. So let's take an example. If, for instance, we have example here, find the zeros of f of x is equals to minus 2 bracket s plus 2 bracket s plus 3 or squared. Let's say s plus 3. So, solution. So we have f of s is equals to minus 2 bracket open s plus 2 bracket close, and then s minus 3 squared. Now, this polynomial is of degree 3. This polynomial you see on the board here is of degree 3. Because here we have 2 and here we have power 1. When you add up, you're going to get 3 as the degree of the polynomial. So we are expected to get 3 roots from this polynomial. So to get the roots, all we need to do is to equate this polynomial to 0. So we say when y, f of s can be equated or called y, okay? The function can be y equals to this. So take note of that. So f of s is the same thing as writing y is equals to minus 2 bracket x plus 2 bracket x minus 3 all squared. Okay? So to get the zeros, we say when y is equals to 0, because at this line here, you get y equals to 0, and that's where we get the intercept on the x axis. So we say minus 2 bracket x plus 2 bracket x minus 3 all squared is equals to 0. So getting the zeros is the same thing as getting the x intercept. I've said that before. Getting the zeros or the solutions or the roots is the same thing as getting the s intercept. So quickly we solve this. So these have been factorized into products, so it's quite easy to get the zeros. So we can say this is s plus 2 is equals to 0, or this is x minus 3 all squared is equals to 0. Alright, so from here we have that x is equals to minus 2, or, so here is a product twice, so you have x minus 3, and then we have again x minus 3 equals to 0. So we take the first one, we have x minus 3 is equals to 0, or again this next one, x minus 3 is equals to 0. Okay, because of this squares, that's why we're opening it twice like this. So here we have x is equals to 3, or x is equals to 3. So here we have multiplicity of roots because the roots here are the same. Okay, so therefore the zeros are s equals to minus 2 from here, and then s equals to 3. But this happened twice, so we have it twice here. So there's a multiplicity of this root. Okay, it's happening twice. All right, so you discover that we have 3 roots, 1, 2, 3, and the degree of this polynomial is 2 plus 1, which is 3. Okay, so that will be all for this video. In our next video, we'll see how to add and how to subtract polynomials. All right, please don't forget to like, to share, and to comment on this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.